Now, the next speaker actually is family for me. Obviously, you'll see Meriama Taufale is the lead is the National Operations Manager for RSE Worker Training Program at EIT. And she will talk to you about setting the direction, strengthening relations through worker development. I'd invite Meriama to join us now, if you'd like to put your hands together, to talk about what they're doing at EIT. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Amazing group of people in front of me. Tēnā koutou katoa, Nissan Bolivanaka Māori, e ka moa oma, halo o geta, talo whalawa, halo ola keta, malo e lalei, talofa, hello, banyong, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. As Taufale said, my name is Meriama Taufale. He's exceptionally lucky to be married to me as well. I stand before you today truly humble and privileged on behalf of EIT and our NOA team. I would just like to take a few minutes for you all to look that way and for my team to stand up, please. Etu. So down the end, post presentation during the break, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to come and see one of us. Thanks, guys. So I have a very brief and succinct presentation this morning. As I said, any questions, see the team. Now, for many of you, as we were awarded the contract for the RSE Worker Training Program in November, it's the first opportunity for us to tell you who we are. So, without further ado, who is NOA and what do we represent? Next is a really succinct short video.
NOA, a village of learning. At the centre of our logo are three manu. They represent the journey of our RSE whānau from Polynesia, Melanesia and Micronesia. Although the manu migrates from place to place, it will always return home. This is a visual parallel to the journey of the RSE whānau. The Tā Noa represents the shared experience and the shared space where learning is exchanged and connections are strengthened here on our shores in Aotearoa. Together, we are NOA, Village of Learning.
The theme of this year's RSE conference, Honotahi, Together as One, as you can see, deeply resonates with our mission at NOA. We've spent the first part of this year to ensure that we get our foundations established, developing, reviewing curriculum, stakeholder engagement, and more importantly, building relationships. We've also been inducting several staff. For us as a tertiary organisation and learning provider, education is power, but being educated is powerful. To enable and empower our RSE workers, our whānau tuārangi, to participate in the RSE Worker Training Program alongside industry, employers and government is a privilege. Together, we are shaping futures, and together we are stronger. The RSE Worker Training Program, funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, provides our RSE workers access to skills training. The program's overarching goal, as per the logic diagram that Emma put up, is to increase social and economical well-being and resilience across the Pacific. How? By equipping our workers with meaningful, transferable skills. It supports workers to maximise the benefits of their participation in the RSE scheme and labour mobility. It prepares them for successful reintegration into their home communities. Our delivery at NOA is grounded in a conscious, strengths-based Pacific approach, centred on cultural competency, responsive to Pacific partner priorities, and reintegration pathways. We will deliver 150 courses annually reaching over 2,250 RSE workers. For us, these numbers reflect not just scale, but impact. Real lives being empowered through skills training opportunities. Our national delivery began in Hawke's Bay, Bay of Plenty, Nelson and Marlborough in late May, early June. And we will be expanding to Central Otago, Auckland and Northland from October. At NOA, our foundation is built on the Olomanuia and Whanofale frameworks. These Pacific models ensure that the RSE worker is at the centre of everything we do, culturally, emotionally and educationally. Now, whilst there are key deliverables, our focus is also on the impact of our training. We aim to ensure measurable benefits for the workers when they return home. It is about value, it is about effectiveness, and how we contribute to making a difference. At NOA, we currently have 2 types of courses. We have New Planting the Seed, a foundation course and a series of practical and engaging modules. Workers will gain essential knowledge to ensure a safe, enjoyable and successful experience whilst working in New Zealand. New will empower and equip RSE workers with lifelong skills they can take home, benefiting both their personal growth and their communities. This particular program is in the final stages of being micro-credentialised with NZQA, so they get something formal on the framework. Another Learning provides RSE workers access to more vocational hands-on skills training opportunities that will help promote economic and social wellbeing. The suite of these courses will reflect the needs of the labour-sending countries to support integration. Collaborative planning and discussions have taken place and will continue to do so to ensure that we are meeting the skills needs of our Pacific partners. As I said, course delivery started late May, early June. So to date in 3 months, we've currently delivered 25 courses to 20 employers, to 427 RSE workers. Progress for me has been deliberately slow and steady. We are ready for the onslaught come the summer season, October, the 25-26 season. Now, as part of our process in arranging course delivery for you, we will collaborate with you, the employers, as to the best days and times that suit your teams. We are cognizant of workload and peak times, and we are flexible around this. We will endeavour to ensure that based on cohort ethnicity, we match a facilitator whom is versed in language, culture, and lived experience with your workers. Programs have and continue to be developed with a strong focus on cultural relevance and accessibility. Resources incorporate Pacific worldviews, values and languages which will strengthen engagement and affirmed RSE worker identity. The intended use of inclusive and relational pedagogies such as talanoa, visual storytelling and collaborative group work will be effective in making learning meaningful and responding to the needs of our workers. Our fantastic facilitators are the key in terms of contextualising the learners with the RSE workers. Our ongoing feedback will ensure an opportunity to refine materials to ensure that they remain relevant, culturally sustaining and supportive of diverse needs and the learning needs of our RSE workers. So, how to inquire and enrol? We have on your table a NOA card with a couple of QR codes on the back. You're more than welcome to scan that QR code on the left-hand side and that will take you directly to an expression of interest form. Alternatively, you can email the team at rscpacifica@eit.ac.nz. We have a database and the fantastic, our program delivery manager, Shelley Oliver, will get in touch with you. Now, we anticipate that there may be a few of you post-conference, so please, you'll probably get an automatic reply, but you will be contacted. Shelley will then negotiate a course agreement that suits you and match a facilitator. And then we just can roll out. So we have some employers who have forecasted and pre-booked a course, so if it's not until November or December, please, you're more than welcome to start doing that process now. Alternatively, the team also have some brochures, so if you're doing some ATRs or some of you are travelling to some of your Pacific countries, we have those brochures that you can take over for your potential RSE workers. We have those translated currently into Bislama, Fijian, Tongan, Samoan, Tuvalu and Kiribati. We are in the final stages of getting Solomon, PNG and Nauru done as well. If you don't take a paper copy today, please go onto the EIT website under RSE training and they're all downloadable there as well. Now, as a learning institution, sometimes talking, many of you have different learning styles. So we have a short video coming up next, which has been our work in action to date. We will continue, hopefully, to visualise and capture this narrative as it's really important as we want to do the end-to-end process. And the only way that we can manage that we are making impact is from beginning to end. So let's take a look.
For over 14 years, the RSE Workers Training Program, funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, has supported Pacific workers by providing access to skills and training while employed in Aotearoa. In 2025, EIT proudly launched Noa Village of Learning, a refreshed approach to the RSE training program. The main focus for Noa is on reintegration, ensuring Pacific RSE workers are equipped with practical and transferable skills that they can take home and apply within their communities. Each year, Noa will deliver 150 courses to 2,250 RSE workers across the country. The program includes two types of learning opportunities. The first is New Learning, the foundational courses, which introduces key topics such as Nau Mai Ki Aotearoa, financial literacy, digital capability, human rights and health and well-being. Mānawa Learning are the elective courses, aligned with the Pacific Nation's priorities. Courses such as trades, small business, hospitality and leadership development. All courses are delivered by Noa facilitators who speak Pacific languages or understand Pacific ways of life, ensuring every lesson is grounded in the lived realities of our workers. Noa is more than a training program. It is a shared commitment to growth, opportunity and success. This is just the beginning of what we can build together, because it truly does take a village. Noa, Village of Learning.
I'd like to acknowledge Freshco Irrigation Services, Teamworks and TNG as their teams all feature in that video, so thank you. As narrated, Noa is more than a training program. It is a shared commitment to growth, opportunity and success. This for us is just the beginning of what we can build together. So my team and I are ready. Are you? In conclusion, the theme Honotahi, Together as One, is more than just a phrase. It is a call to action. It reminds us that real progress happens when we move forward together, not in isolation. At Noa, we believe in the power of collective growth. Our RSE worker training program is built on the foundation of partnership between workers, employers, industry leaders, government and Pacific partners. When we stand together, we uplift not just individuals, but entire communities. Honotahi is about unity, shared purpose, and the belief that everyone has a role to play in shaping a better future, because it truly does take a village. Ngā mihi nui, whawhitai tele lava.
Are there any questions for Meriama?
Malo. My question is are you going to be introducing driver licensing training?
Not at the moment. It's not in the suite of courses. So looking at the reintegration, we can, if the need is there from our Pacific partners, but that's also a policy setting that we'll need to work through with MFAT as well around the driver's licensing.
And my next question is, when the first course, Planting the Seed, just wondering if you are providing feedback to the employers about any of the RSE struggles that they're finding with that Planting the Seed course?
Absolutely. I think for you that's a great point, because learner voice and our RSE voice is important. So we get a evaluation for them that is in English and in their language. So we can get the team to send that information to you. It's open and transparent, definitely.
Also, is it just for Pacific Island RSE or open to all RSE?
It's open to anyone on the RSE visa.
So that includes some of our, like Indonesia?
So good point, actually. We can go currently, Timor-Leste is not in our contract to deliver. We'll be working with Emma. Yep.
So the program is funded through Pacific Development Funding. So at the moment the program is for Pacific RSE workers, but happy to take feedback on board.
A question that's been expressed to me from some of our Pacific Island people. Have you given consideration to being able to facilitate improvement in basic English language and literacy? We see a wide range of familiarity in English. We recognise it's not our people's first language, and it obviously underpins the ability to take up in other learning that's delivered in English.
Absolutely. So as a tertiary or training provider, numeracy and literacy is key. Our medium is all in English, so the written, our workbooks currently are in English. The facilitator will facilitate in English but contextualise through language in terms of how they can transfer that learning to home. So as in terms of a dedicated English course, we hope to do that through all of our courses that we are doing. We can measure some of that literacy level, but we know it will be low. Some of them are actually really high, but we want to take the burden off some of your team leaders so that they can learn, and we'll have that facilitator who can do that in their place.
Any other questions?
Tomasi? Oh, sorry.
Tomasi, and then
Thanks. I just need to ask about accreditations of these courses, because we do have accreditation in Samoa for informal community courses, and maybe these courses can also be accredited across to us, because this is what we always encourage our workers, something to fall back to after the RSE scheme. When they come to Samoa, they're not returning, and these are something that they can use to seek for other jobs and placement, either in the Palm or in Samoa. But as I said, once a Samoa or a Samoa manager see this accredited from New Zealand, automatically there's a 10-point credit for that interview already. So accreditation is the what's I'm after. Thank you.
Thanks, Tomasi. Great point. So we are micro-credentialising the programs as we move. So the separate, what Josh spoke about yesterday with the work that they're doing currently with the Samoa Qualifications Authority and Vanuatu, we will look to do that. I will be honest, accreditation is really important, but the opportunity to get the hands-on skills training without a heavy assessment, formalisation of assessment that we currently have in New Zealand. So it's trying to simplify that for our RSE to make it not burdensome to have to pass constant assessments per se, but we're definitely on that track.
One more question.
Yeah, thank you, Meriama, for the presentation. It's really good to see the progress of the learning for the RSE workers. So the new learning is only 6 weeks, right? At the moment, is that how many hours?
So the new learning is, at the moment we've targeted or specified it around 6 weeks. However, we are flexible. It's between 15 and 20 hours, and what happens is the facilitators will get in first and assess what knowledge they already have, and then what can be built upon. However, we've had some teams in Bay of Plenty who have returned early, so we've managed to get in and do a full day Saturday. So that's where that flexibility with employers is key in keeping up to date with our program delivery manager.
With the Manawa learning, is that there will be the same length of the training, or it will be longer?
The Manawa learning will be targeted and will be different. So concreting, for example, it's difficult to do a couple of nights a week, especially during the winter period. So it was 2 nights and 1 full day. So again, it's what's fit for purpose, I guess, for those particular courses.
Thank you.
Please keep the questions coming. Come and see us at the break. We'll be more than happy to talk with you.
Let's put our hands together and thank Meriama, please.